Hey guys, this is Jamie. So today I want to talk about something that crossed my mind a few days ago and I figured to talk about. So basically, obviously, we've all seen the viral Dubai chocolate, we've seen the Labubus, but I'm gonna focus on the Dubai bit. And sort of everyone going insane for something marketed as Dubai and sort of thinking of it as some luxurious item caught me thinking that we have so many people which can be sort of or are factually very openly Islamophobic and sort of have narrow-minded or think of negative stereotypes when it comes to the Middle East, but still go to Dubai just for the idea or for to chase sort of the fact that they can LARP as someone rich in Dubai and that they can have this idea of, like renting a Lambo, racing, sort of going to these insanely huge shopping malls and without sort of understanding that they are being hypocritical. So, for instance, they might say, like, oh, Saudi Arabia is bad, or like any other place in the UAE, or be critical of more strict fundamentalists in Islam, or be against certain governments, but at the same time they go to Dubai. What I'm trying to say is, for instance, you have there was a case of a lesbian couple which had sex on a beach and then ended up getting deported or fined. And so these people wouldn't go to other places, but they would go to Dubai just from the whole idea that they will not be prosecuted, they won't be fined, even if they're gay, or they just close their eyes just for the idea, for the thrill of being in a Lambo, or sort of to see this sort of rich paper house, And it's very bizarre. And in general, I understand that, I guess I'll try to understand rather the idea of going to a place sort of and have it be sort of as it's sold, sort of achieve the dreams that we're supposed to be achieving at 30, 40, 20 at this point, with influencers advocating like, oh, you can go to Dubai and you'll be able to like buy a Chanel bag or whatever, or buy an expensive car, go to expensive restaurants, and this whole idea of luxury and the fact that people really chase it is already problematic in itself. And it is really sold on the idea of class division and inequalities as well. Like, it's never about, oh, like, I want to do this because of, I don't know, like, let's say I want to drive a car that is expensive. It is because I want to drive a car that is expensive rather than I want to drive a car that is a sports car because I enjoy sports cars. And Dubai sort of lies in that idea of, I'm gonna do this just because I can afford it. And it's also a very gimmicky place to sort of show off and say, oh, like, look at me, I am rich, I am above you, and I have worked hard to get a ticket to Dubai and be in Dubai. And I was talking about this to my partner Lucas as well. Like, we currently have this age of influencers where, like, they'd rather go to Dubai, let's say, than Paris or Venice, which are sort of more stereotypical touristy places. In a different attempt, it's a sort of to show off the wealth rather than to go to a place, and even if to go to stereotypical places, like in Venice or in Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, um, to be in a boat in Venice, for instance. It becomes more about consumerism. And the Dubai chocolate just highlighted that, or like people would fly to the Dubai airport to pick up the chocolate just to go viral. And it's not even about the taste, it's about trying, it's about filming it and putting it on TikTok. And that makes it even more warped and more insane. And in general, like, I didn't think of it as much at the time, but even like in makeup circles, because I was quite interested into makeup, and I still like run a makeup blog and stuff, and I still do makeup looks. I really love makeup. And people would sort of buy these brands in order to get endorsed, to get sponsorships and etc. But in the end, it becomes more of people wanting to buy the makeup for the brands, for the price, rather than the experience, you know? And then it becomes that. So in the end, people are enjoying spending more money regardless of whether it's worth it or not. It's about the symbol of pretty much paying more or being able to afford it. And it's not even a high of buying an item or shopping, shopaholic, whatever. It literally just becomes the idea to flex, the idea to sort of go into this mass of everything. And in general, a friend of mine did a really good post talking about Nazism and sort of how it is so washed out, and everyone just becomes the same. And now we have like the rise of trad wives, and we have like all these Dubai attractions or inclinations to go there to feel rich, and it all sort of tries to make all these trad wives, all these people to feel rich in the same way, just like a crowd would be like on a Nazi march, just like the same and impossible to distinguish from one another. So it's quite interesting that we go from individualism to this idea of that you're the most important thing while you look the same as everyone else. So in general, we live in a fucked up world, and then the more sort of we dissect like where we're headed, like the whole idea of like plastic surgery, that people look the same and strive to look the same, is very bizarre. And things that were critiqued before all of a sudden don't feel as harmful. And I understand that maybe I have some biases now that like I'm in my 30s, and of course I'm gonna complain about people who are younger than me, but I still feel like there has to be some criticism in this idea of wanting to be the same as everyone else. Like, if everyone else is going to Dubai, you shouldn't be going to Dubai hypothetically just because everyone else is. But I mean, if you want to, there's this, like, you need to be finding sort of things that you enjoy yourself, rather than I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on TikTok shouldn't be an excuse. It should be like, maybe, I don't know, I saw it on TikTok, I read about it, and I researched and etc. And you should be doing things not just for content, but for yourself as well. And that is an absolutely bizarre thing that I really don't understand, because like, I've worked in social media marketing, and obviously I still do it to an extent, and it is just very bizarre to me that people feel like whatever they do online needs to be showing whatever they're doing offline as well, and sort of online takes a higher priority than offline. And understand, like in the job perspective, but it becomes leisure, it's content as well. And I feel like right now, specifically in this age of AI as well, that any art we create is an act of rebellion, specifically without AI. So in general, everything is a massive kerfuffle. And I feel like we need to be striving for actual individuality, and sort of not in a I am an individual, I deserve everything, but I am an individual because I am an individual and I choose what I want for myself, how I want to improve, how I want to exist with others, how I want to be empathetic. So yeah, so that's pretty much the video of today. And I do have to say that I strayed a bit from the topic, but this whole idea of richness and it sort of mutes completely the Islamophobia. And it's funny that in the video I ended up talking more about money rather than Islamophobia. So yeah, just to wrap it up, I wanted to say that at the end of the day, people sort of tend to close their eyes on whatever and their beliefs just for content, just for clicks, so they can be hateful. And they can even be hateful like while walking in the mall in Dubai, really. But because they're promised this idea of content and this idea of richness that they think is the ultimate goal, they just excuse anything. So, and that's fucked up. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, please feel free to subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, feel free to reach out if you need to. And if you have anyone who's into Labubus, the Dubai chocolates, and you know, you just want to argue with a friend, send this video, have fun arguing. It's always good to have a discussion. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support. Thank you very much.